The grandmother forcibly snatched the food from her granddaughter's hands and stuffed it into her mouth, while the father, sitting right across from them, simply watched in silence. He had recently lost his job, and now the entire household was surviving solely on the grandmother's meager pension. Their plight was so dire that they could afford to eat only once a day, and sometimes not even that. The hunger had become so unbearable that one day, the man secretly ate the family goldfish. The little girl, who often went hungry for 2 days at a stretch, would bury the orange seeds the grandmother had spat out into a flower pot, clinging to the hope that one day a tree would sprout and fill their empty bellies. But on that very day, when no one was looking, the famished grandmother ate the last remaining piece of bread. The man witnessed this, and in a fit of rage, snatched the food away from her and placed it out of reach on a high shelf. In the dead of night, driven by hunger, the grandmother rose and, with trembling hands, used her walking stick to try and reach the food. Suddenly, a glass jar toppled over and struck her directly on the head. In an instant, it was all over, and the grandmother died right there on the spot. Terrified by what he saw, the man was struck the very next moment by a chilling thought. With the grandmother gone, the pension would cease as well. How then would he and his daughter survive? The next morning, everything appeared normal. The grandmother was seated at the dining table, though this time, a strange, eerie smile played upon her lips. He took her along to collect her pension. Everything proceeded smoothly until, quite suddenly, a green twig began to sprout from the grandmother's ear, transforming into a cluster of leaves in the blink of an eye. The truth had been laid bare. The man had stuffed the grandmother's corpse with soil and orange seeds, never imagining, however, that those seeds would actually begin to grow. Terrified, he hurried her back home. Yet, the very next morning, with a resounding crash, a colossal orange tree burst forth inside the house, its branches laden with golden fruit. That very tree soon became their lifeline. They began selling the fruit, and gradually, their lives took a turn for the better. But every time he looked at that tree, he was reminded of his sin. And now, the question remains, was this truly a miracle or a punishment for his sin? If you too love your parents, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and write "I love my family" in the comments.